Hello and welcome to Media Academy Online. We're just doing a quick update video of Disney Plus. Going to have a look at it and see how it's evolved over these last 6 months of its existence. I've been using it every now and then for the past 6 months. It's definitely hasn't been used a lot. I won't say I use it every day.
Yeah, I've been using it every now and then. It's definitely not as much as my Netflix.
Yeah. Netflix is still getting used a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it, I think, the issue for me is that they hadn't had enough content lined up.
Yeah, big time.
Enough originals that's the thing. Like, Netflix really have created this huge just tidal wave where they've just literally having new content coming out all the time.
Well, the good thing about Netflix is that they not only have new TV shows and documentaries or whatnot, they've got a good randomized selection of movies, new and old.
Yeah.
So it's randomized like that. So
Yeah.
you're going to find something. Whereas Disney is, is Disney stuff. So you're very limited to the spread
it's a
of
very
content.
singular kind of... And I have to be in the mood because, like, Disney's a very specific kind of mood.
Yeah.
Content.
If you don't want to watch the Aladdin movie or Lion King movie or Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, that's pretty much it.
That's it. They don't have anything. They don't have anything that's... Well, they don't have any adult content in terms of not
drama, thriller.
That's it.
Horror.
Those kind of things where it's stuff that are made for an older audience. This is all focused on family-friendly stuff, which is for families is great.
Perfect for families.
But we just don't have that sort of... We can't really get into the depths of storytelling, and you can with some of the content that's on Netflix. And
that's why I kind of think that it would have been ideal to have a streaming provider that almost had like Foxtel, Disney Channel.
Yeah.
So you got your Disney section, you've got your, your adult section, you've got documentaries, and it's all, imagine that. It would be so much easier instead of having to pay for a complete dedicated Disney streaming service.
Yeah.
But it's so limited. So it's only like, how often are you going to watch Star Wars?
Well,
how often are you going to watch...
They've been talking about similar things in that they want to create package deals, which will be very similar, where you pay one set price for X streaming services, whatever they might be. And it's something
like
they've
bundles.
Bundles. That's what they've been talking about for a while now.
So what? So you pay like $30 and you'll get Netflix, Disney, and Hulu or something.
But the thing is, the thing that stops that from really working is the fact that they all hate each other and they don't want to work together.
What I'm thinking. Like...
Because, when you've got the cable system that they built, like pay TV was very sort of singular, and there was a person on top that was...
It's managing it.
Yeah, managing it, running all that stuff. But these are all very fragmented and owned, they're proprietary to their set companies.
It's getting messy. Like, it's so messy to me.
Yeah, and there's already a bundle with Disney where in America you can get like Hulu and stuff added to.
Okay.
And the ABC or whatever it is, their sports and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that helps.
Yeah, but it's...
Like, if you could bundle Disney and Netflix and Stan, those three.
Stan, yeah, that's it. Throw in Amazon too.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
If you get those four for $50 a month or something like that.
We're kind of seeing this evolution where, for us, we've got Stan, which is a lot of Australian content because it's an Australian... So people who don't know, Stan's just another streaming service, but it's pretty much, it's owned by Australians, and the content that gets created, all the original content, is Australian. Which is nice. It's good to sort of have that as a dedicated thing, and it's really helping out the industry here in Australia. It's just that's the issue moving back to Disney Plus is it's sort of very specific. Like if you've got children, if you've got you'd probably be able to answer this better, but if you've got children, this is probally going to get used all day, every day.
Yeah, well that's the thing. Except I can't get on my Telstra box.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been watching Netflix with him.
Yeah.
Because the Disney's on my PlayStation in the other lounge room.
Yeah.
So he will. I'm sure when he gets a little bit older, he'll be on this non-stop.
Yeah.
But, till then, I should probably just cancel my subscription.
Yeah.
But Simpsons is on it. That's like the only thing they've got on there. That,
there's some small Fox content that has appeared on there.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
You see that Avatar's one of the Fox franchises that are on there.
Oh yeah. They're eagerly, obviously, awaiting those sequels.
We got all the X-Men stuff.
All
on
the
there.
X-Men. You got Spider-Man cartoons and.
But the thing is, sort of, moving back onto the conversation about content. A lot of the content that I've been seeing that appears, all of the new content, which is, it really feels like they're just trying to pad it out with garbage.
Just
really.
like the lowest stuff.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, let's just make a series about behind the scenes of your favourite TV show and this kind of stuff. But and that in itself is, it's like whatever. But even just the way they're made feels really cheapy to me. And it's like they put these random holiday specials on there, which is like, let's go through Disneyland kind of thing.
And stuff you wouldn't even like buy.
Yeah, and it's funny because we had this conversation 6 months ago and we thought, nah, they'd never just chuck on all this and that's
exactly what's happening.
Unfortunately, we're getting that. They're in a funny predicament right now where they're trying to compete with Netflix. So they're just saying, we just got to get the content ball happening. We just got to get it happening. So they're literally scraping the bottom. What have we got? Oh, this will do. Chuck it on. We run this once in 1997. Let's just chuck it on.
Yeah. Leroy and Stitch.
Okay.
I don't know, Lilo and Stitch. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely hitting that point where they're obviously stagnating a lot at the moment because of COVID.
The COVID thing's definitely not helping the situation. But the one thing that comes to mind though is they should have had more projects that were close to being finished.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think they jumped to the gun, as we were saying, when they came out. Like, they came out very early from announcing it. Yeah. And then it was just like a matter of...
It felt like there was a rush to get it out, just to be in the game.
Yeah. They're like, we needed to get it out at least before 2020. We needed it out in 2019, and then we can focus on content through 2020. And they released their, what they projected that they were going to put on there, like all the new superhero shows that they're doing, and then they've got all the Star Wars shows like Mandalorian plus Obi-Wan. All of that's obviously been put on ice for the moment due to COVID.
Yeah, and that's stuffed everything up.
So and we haven't heard anything from them. They haven't come out and said, due to this sort of situation we're facing, all of our content's been put on hold. Yeah. So so just letting you know before you buy a subscription that there's nothing really new going to be coming out until end of the year or next year. Yeah. They're not going to come out and say that, are they?
Well,
why would they?
The other thing is, a lot of the content they're creating, which we can see a few here, there's Disney Fairy Tale Weddings, Disney Insider, they're just spruiking themselves. They're just really just trying to sell. They're selling themselves when they shouldn't. They should just be creating content that stands on its own 2 feet.
I'm starting to see the same effects of...
Yeah, one day at Disney or whatever it is, you're starting to see all these funny Disney ones that are literally just ads for themselves.
Yeah, like how magical are these weddings at the Disney theme parks, and
so Disney
spends $30 million.
It's always about us.
Yeah.
Like I watched the Imagineering Story, which if you go back on, which was actually really good. That came out on launch, and that was really good. But that's been in the works for like 4 years or something. Oh, okay. It was going to be a movie,
right?
Made by the same people that did the Pixar Story and all that.
Oh, right. Well, that was so good, that Pixar Story.
Yeah, and so it's really up there. But then
it's just about the theme parks.
Yeah, it's sort of how the theme parks came about. It's all behind
Disney, his own vision and stuff like that. Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah. That's probably the one out of the 10 I've seen on here that actually looks.
Yeah, but then there's all this other stuff which is it's just culture. There's another one. Let's just dig through our archives and see what we can turn into a TV show. And it's all just spruiking themselves, and it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah. Well, to be honest. I don't expect much more from Disney.
Yeah.
I thought they were kind of kicking that stigma for a while there. I thought they were really, when they were doing like Pirates and that era when it was like Pixar, and they were doing kind of movies and, Chronicles of Narnia and things like this. And in that phase, I thought, okay, they're kind of shedding that 90s stigma of all the cheapy shit they were flogging to everyone.
Yeah.
I thought they were trying to get a bit of quality back to their brand, but it seems like they're sort of still stuck in foot in each sort of idea where they kind of want to have really good quality, have this really strong branding, but then they've got all this crap content and crap sort of stuff that they do as well. Yeah. And it's kind of I don't really know.
It's a shame because when I think back, the only times that I'd usually do open up Disney Plus is when they put on a big name film or something, like when they put on Onward and all that kind of stuff. Then I was like, oh, I'll jump on and I'll watch it. But the same with Frozen 2. I said I'll jump on and watch it because I've got it. And so, but other than that, I don't really open up the app much. It's really just to watch all the big stuff.
And then you got all these kids. So yeah, I guess it's all
the Disney Channel kind of stuff.
Perfect for kids.
Yeah, that's what it's built around.
So that's good for them. But everyone else, you're going to struggle. You're going to get through this content pretty quick, and then you're paying for nothing.
Which is really like all of us adults. Really, we've got the Marvel stuff, but then they haven't made any real Marvel shows. They had Mandalorian, which went gangbusters when it came out.
That's only 10 episodes.
But then that's it. And
that's it. That's basically all that's really come out in the Disney Plus. That's of any note.
I would have thought they should have had some that were at least in post production. Yeah. And post production shouldn't have to be stopped because of COVID.
Yeah.
So.
It's interesting. I wonder. I wish there was a bit more information.
Did they not think about maybe we should be working on our content whilst we're developing this platform, or we're just going to develop the platform and work it out later?
Yeah, I suppose. And look, it is what it is. You know, like they're still raking in the subscribers, aren't they? Well, that's over 55 million now.
They're still going. They're just going to keep going crazy because they need to keep the kids busy during all this stuff.
Especially now. Here's all their bloody cheapy sequels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I haven't seen.
Additional animated movies.
Yeah, which I haven't seen like 90% of these.
No, I don't watch any of those because they're all the Disney Toon stuff, all the cheap stuff that gets made at their other studio.
Yeah, you can tell.
So
anyway,
so it's moving forward. My thought, my hope is that they'll really kick into gear with some really great, and we're hearing rumours that they're working on getting all those really high profile content created.
Obi-Wan Kenobi show, they got all that, the Marvel. Look, I'm so burnt out with the superhero shit.
Me too.
Star Wars to an extent. Mandalorian was good, but I've got reservations about it because if it becomes a bit too like week in week out sort of thing, you're gonna get sick of it pretty quickly.
Now, the Mandalorian's an interesting one because it was set in the Star Wars world, but
characters.
They could have easily called it something completely different with different characters, but the same story, and it would have been.
Well, yeah, could have called it just bounty hunters, like bounty hunter.
Yeah,
and it's just been all these weirdo bounty hunters, and that's the whole.
Because there isn't too much of the Star Wars IP in there. There's not too much of
it. No, it's all very obscure IP stuff. So it's for the Star Wars fans, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone on the outside of that is going to be watching it like, oh, it kind of looks like that Boba Fett character if they even know the name or. Yeah, that's about it. You know, and the rest is up for grabs. But, you know, Star Wars.
Very good.
You're quickly dying on me. I used to be so Star Wars hungry, and I'd eat and watch and anything Star Wars. Now I'm so not like that. Times have changed.
It's interesting they have a whole section for Star Wars, even though there isn't.
Well, here's all the crap. Like, what's this? All Stars. Lego. Lego.
I think their focus needs to be more on older people to be able to be truly universal. Yeah. I know Disney's always had a big focus on the younger demographic, but
they ain't no universal.
Yes. So anyway, I guess just moving forward, hopefully we'll see what happens. Us as individual viewers, we probably need a bit more for us to watch it. Do you change your original review, which was I think 7.5? We said last time or something.
I think I was in a very positive mood that day.
Both of us were.
Yeah, we were very optimistic, very enthusiastic.
Well, yes. What are we going to say now?
Well, I've after using it for 6 months and finding the clunkiness of it, you know, when you watch something and you want to resume watching again, it ain't no Netflix. Like it lacks all that kind of flexibility. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to bump it down to a 5.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say 6, only because for some demographics they're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah, look, I'm going to stick to my guns and say 5.
Yeah, fair enough. That's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
See you next time. Adios.
Bye.